गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, welcome you all to the Sunday Feast program. Actually, today's class was supposed to be given by a very senior disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. His Grace Rukmini Krishna Prabhu was supposed to be here, but then since unfortunately Maharaj left all of us to the spiritual world, Prabhu is not able to make it. So that's why I'm here. Today's topic exclusively, this shloka speaks about Shri Shri Gandharvika Giridhari Shriman Mahaprabhu ki jai. Today's shloka is exclusively about anger and anger management. So this is one of the common issues which all of us face, irrespective of whether we are devotees or non-devotees or young age or old age. Nowadays we see even 1 year, 2-year-old baby getting angry and frustrated, right? So it's it is an open secret that all of us, when we come out, we try to be very nice. Right, whether it's part of being professional whenever we go out or when we come to temple. Yeah, that's always good, because anything we practice, we can always, Acharya says that we can always start practicing it in a mechanical way, so that over a period of time it becomes our, we will imbibe those qualities. But then whenever we are in our private zone with our close and dear ones, especially at home or office, that is when our actual anger or the avatar comes out, the second person within us. It's a common issue, which nowadays, if you see, there is lot of stress, and stress could be due to many reasons, but there is also a study saying that most of the stress is due to this anger issues, because people are getting angry is normal, but then there is something called as uncontrolled anger or instant anger, which is not very good. So we know that we have the 6 anarthas: kama, krodha, moha, lobha, mada, matsarya, out of which the 3-4 are very important, like greed, envy, lust, anger. These things are very important, and which plays a very important role in our progress in Krishna consciousness. So if we want to transform ourselves, then we'll have to make sure that we get rid of this slowly practice, because unless we transform, we won't be able to relish the taste of the holy names of the Lord. Krishna will not stay within our hearts. He will vacate it. Whenever there is a guest coming to our house, what do we do first thing? We make sure all the broken furniture is fixed. We make sure the house is cleaned. The guest is going to come, okay, today 4 o'clock. So the entire day, the house Matajis or anyone for that matter, they would be running here and there. They have to prepare nice prasadam, clean the house, make sure everything is clean. Right, so that is how even in our Krishna consciousness movement, if we want Krishna to be resided in our hearts, we have to make sure our heart is clean, kept clean out of all these anger, lust, greed, envy, and so forth. So that is where this anger management plays a very important role in our life. So sometimes we do something wrong and then repent for it. How many of you all have felt that you all have instantly done something wrong, maybe spoken some words or done something, but then later we feel that I shouldn't have done it. No, I could have controlled a little bit, right? Everyone, all of us feels it. No, if someone is really not feeling, then I think they are all on the right path. Actually, the Lord has blessed them. As I said, this is the this is Kali Yuga, and the age of Kali is such that it is mentioned that Prayena Alpayusha Sabya Kalau Yusmin Yuge Jana Manda Sumanda Matayo Mandabhagya hi upadrataha. Upadrataha means disturbed. It is always everyone is in this Kali Yuga is very disturbed. Once we all know this, it's a joke, right? It's a story where one person is sitting on the terrace. Maybe it's a very it has so many floors. He's sitting on the top of the terrace, and somebody from down calls him, "Hey Sharma ji, no, what happened? Your son is met with an accident. He's admitted in the hospital." And then this guy, suddenly becomes panicked, and out of that panic, he jumps from the floor. He jumps from the floor, and as he's falling, he realizes that he does not have a son. And then again, he keep on falling, and then he comes down, he feels that he's not even married. Then he comes down, he says, "Arey, I'm not even Sharma ji, it is someone else." So he is actually told the message was correct, but the message was for someone else. So this is the situation in Kali Yuga, where we don't know what is right and what is wrong. We want to put our nose in all the issues, and then later we think, see, this was unnecessary for me. Why did I go and get into this problem, right? And we want to know somewhere we want to tell our opinions. We want to make sure that even our voices are heard, which is not really relevant for us, but then we go and put our head into that, and then we get kicked nicely, and then we come back, and then we feel. But the repentance becomes very late. We are not able to do anything. So similarly, in Shastras it is said that anything which is given in the Shastras, it is truth. But if the same message, if it is repeated 3 times, it is absolute truth. Can you give one example? Yeah, so Harir Nama, Harir Kevalam, Kalau Nastyeva, Gatiranyataha. So anything you see something, for example, when we say Om Shanti, we say it 3 times. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti Ho. So there is a meaning for all this, why it is given 3 times. And if you see Bhagavatam and Srimad Bhagavatam, there are around, approximately around more than 20 to 30 times. It speaks, various shlokas speaks on anger management, angry. So we can understand how important it is in a practicing devotee's life. Bhagavad Gita says, Krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammoha smriti vibraha, smriti bramshat buddhinasha pranashyati. So once we get in angry, then from anger comes delusion, and then our memory is bewildered, which means we get distracted or disturbed, and finally it goes to loss of intelligence. So, yeah. So Bhagavad Gita speaks on this. We can see at the end, what is anger? It says it becomes loss of intelligence, which means completely nowadays we can see even the younger generation, they forget very easily. Some people we can see they will be wearing the specs and would be searching for the specs. Or sometimes they'll be wearing the specs and washing the face. So it becomes, it is not that, it's all interconnected, because we are so much out of mind that we are not able to focus on one thing. When you see, I can give the example of my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Guru Maharaj. So his almost 60 to 70% of the body is not operating. His left eyelid is not working. Almost half of the body is paralyzed. He is completely dependent, but then you see his memory is so strong. Whenever he meets devotees, even after so many years, he is able to recollect, and his memories are, and you see even from Chaitanya Charitamrita, he says, recently Varada Krishna Prabhu also was telling on Vyasa Puja day that Guru Maharaj has read around 100 times of Chaitanya Charitamrita, and look at his memory. So every day Chaitanya, he gives class, right? Chaitanya Leela class also. So he's just reading from the purport, and he's just remembering, and he's just talking about the Leelas. So this is what this is the difference between actual sadhu, because they're very, very strong. They're so strong in their controlling their senses that they are able to remember these things very clearly. So let us see what is anger. Yeah. So anger, especially if you see a dictionary meaning or scientific meaning, it says anger is nothing but momentary madness. So what is momentary madness? We would have seen people mad, right? So they are always restless, bewildered, they are always disturbed. No, for them it happens 24 hours a day. But then people who is getting angry, they go into that phase and then they come back. That is why it is called as momentary madness. And it is said that anger is one letter short of danger, which means a person who feels, who always is angry is very, very close to danger. Also Shastra says, I think it is Ramayana, it says whoever becomes angry very often, he loses 12 minutes of his lifetime. So this is very, very important. So how many of us had lost 12 minutes today? Okay, very few. Yeah, so not only this, it also brings us many health issues like people get disturbed and they want to take into intoxication, alcohol, smoking, then out of depression they get this gastroenteritis diseases, GERD or what, GERD, whatever you call, and all this, the entire digestive, our mind, the more peaceful we are, Ayurveda says, the most peaceful we are, our digestive system would be very, very good. It is not just depends on what we eat, but also it depends on our mental health. Some people, we can see they eat very healthy, they don't eat out, but still they have this gastro diseases. That is not because of your food, but it is because of your mental stress. Whenever we take a lot of mental stress, it ultimately affects our digestive system, and from there our entire health functions goes for a toss. Yeah, like I said, Ramayana says that once we get angry, 12 minutes of our life gets reduced. So this is a very, very good lesson that next time whenever we feel angry, we can always think about this point, that we don't want to unnecessarily lose 12 minutes in our lives, right? So it is very precious. We have to use it for Guru and Krishna. And then we have to tolerate. Tolerance is very, very one important quality which we need to imbibe. By tolerance, it will really help us to make sure that the anger is under control. One time what happened, the husband and wife, there was one husband and wife, they were always fighting, and the wife really got fed up. And she went to one Guruji, she went to one Swamiji and said, Swamiji, you know what, daily in my house it is like Kurukshetra, we are fighting daily. Can you give me can you give us something that, so that give us some solution, because I am not able to handle it. So Swamiji says, okay, he takes a bottle of water and gives it to the wife and says, take this water and all your problem should be solved. She says, should I give this, what is it, tonic or something, should I give it to my husband? No, not for your husband, but whenever you are fighting, you just keep this water in your mouth and don't swallow it. Let your husband completely fight, and only then, after he finishes, then you swallow it. Then she asks, okay, nothing for my husband? No, nothing, this is just for you. Then she goes again after a few days or few weeks, the husband comes fighting again, he's looking, no, why are you doing like this? He's just fighting like anything. And suddenly this lady remembers, so Swamiji gave me one tonic, I have to drink that. Then she takes this tonics and she's putting it in the mouth and she's kicking she's like keeping like this. Then husband is confused. Why all of a sudden my wife is acting like Hanumanji? What happened? He's pretty much confused. No, usually we know this scenario, right? So if it only when we both clap both the hands, there is sound. When one person is fighting and one person is keeping quiet, there is no issues. Then he goes after sometimes he came to know that no, nothing is happening. Like this 2-3 times it continued. No, whenever he is coming and fighting, she takes this tonic and she puts it in her mouth, and then she keeps quiet. And husband now he got to know that okay, there is no use, because whenever I fight, this lady is just putting something in her mouth and showing me some monkey face and all. So then after that, there is no more issues. They are leading from next 2-3 months. There is no fight between them. Then this lady, then she comes to Swamiji. Swamiji, thank you so much. Then Swamiji asks, okay, now is it Kurukshetra or Vrindavan? She says, no, it is Vrindavan, no fight at all. So Swamiji, I want to know what is this? Is it Ganga Jal or what tonic it is? Because I can buy more. He says, this is nothing, it is just simple water. The only issue is you did not retaliate. That is why you were able to subdue that anger. So the whole point is, whenever two people are fighting, see, this is what I heard in one more lecture also, one Prabhu was saying, especially you can intelligently manage the anger. See, it is, as human beings, it is very difficult. We cannot be like sadhus every time. Sometimes we also fight, whether it is husband and wife or whoever it is. No, otherwise there is no meaning for family relationship. There should fight. There should be a fight. But the problem is we have to be intelligent that both does not fight together. No, one fights and one listens carefully. He or she should be very quiet. Okay, fine. And then afterwards, later, that person will come and tell sorry, right? Okay, it's okay, I'm very sorry. Then you can start. So that person has to follow again. He has to be quiet. So this way you can manage how life will be happy. So this is what is angry. So what we saw is angry is momentary madness. Why do we get angry? What are the reasons for angry? So scientific, these points are a mix from scientific study and the Shastras. Anger can come at any moment. No, we don't have to be, the moment we get up, we might be very, very cool and we might be very happy, but the very next minute we can become angry. For example, we are driving from home to office or from office back to home. All of a sudden we get stuck in a traffic jam, or if we have a function to attend, we have to reach by a certain time and suddenly there is a railway gate which is put, or we are stuck in a traffic, automatically our BP rises, right? And sometimes we go to Tirupati, to Tirupati for darshan. Right, we go we want darshan and very sattvic mood. But when you see the queue there, by the end you come to the end of the queue, and by the time you take Balaji darshan, you will be like very angry. You will be staring at Balaji. Why? What is this? All this. So we really don't have any reasons, right? We get sometimes we play a YouTube video. It is very interesting, and all of a sudden the internet goes down and the video is loading. We are staring. We want to break the phone. Why it is? Whenever I don't want to look into videos, it keeps coming. But today is some very important. I want to see something. It's keep on loading. So various reasons. Sometimes when we get blamed, all these. So there are. I'm just giving that examples, but situations could be different for different kind of people, based on different personalities. We really don't know how much anger we are, and it is there everywhere, like I said, right from the young ones to the elder ones, and even to the devotees. There is no shying away from accepting it unless and until they are very pure, they are in a very purified state, and big acharyas. Generally we all go through it, but only thing is we have to know which is controlled anger, which is uncontrolled anger. So these things anyways we'll discuss what are the types of anger. So one of the reasons why we get angry is because of our controlling mentality. So your Shastra says, because all of us think that we are the CEO. CEO means, in here it says C for controller, E for expectations, and O for not valuing the opinions. So first we have this controlling mentality. Everyone wants to be a controller, and when he or she is not able to do it, we automatically get that ego clash. It says, the Shastra says that actually we should not be very submissive and obedient only to our bosses, but the lakshana of an actual leader is he should not only serve his boss, but also he has to serve his members under him. Most of the time we think, whether in corporate office or even in Krishna consciousness, whenever we are in leadership role, we think that we have to be very submissive and pay obedient and say whatever only our bosses say. But then whoever under us, we can just make them play like a puppet, or we don't have to really worry, we can just give instructions. No. But as a leader, it is very, very important that our mindset should be that we are not only serving the upper hierarchy, but also we are serving the people under us. So that's the whole idea of being in a leadership role. Controller mentality is there in everyone. In the house, a wife when she goes to her friend's house or when she goes to a neighbor house, the neighbor asks, okay, so who's the controller in your house? Who's the boss? Wife says, I'm the boss, because yeah, my husband goes for job, but the salary is all managed by me. He gives the salary to me, so I make the accounts, I purchase the grocery, I cook for them, so obviously I'm the boss. So then husband goes to the office, there his friends ask, so who's the boss in your house? Controller. Husband says, see, I am the boss because obviously she might be buying the grocery, but I am giving the money, so I am the boss. Then children goes to play, his friends ask, who's the boss in your house? He says, I am the boss because when I cry, mama, papa, they immediately come to me. So I am the boss. So like this, sometimes the dog in the house feels that is the boss, because outside it will be tied. When someone comes, it will start barking, and the dog feels, okay, without my permission, nobody can come into the house. So dog also feels like that. So the mentality is that everyone feels that, no, but we have to understand the actual CEO is Krishna. Bhoktaram yagnatapasam sarvaloka maheshram suhradam sarvabhutanam. CEO means what? What is CEO in IT terms, Prabhu? Chief Executive Officer, but Krishna is actual CEO. C for controller, E for enjoyer, O for owner. So which is what Bhoktaram Yagnatapasam says, controlum, proprietorship and enjoying. And we are all COOs. We have one COO here, sitting here. He's my COO, Achyutapada Ravindra Prabhu. So devotees are also COOs. Means what? Chaitanya's operating officers. We are all Chaitanya, Gauranga Mahaprabhu's operating officers. So Krishna is the actual CEO. So this is the first reason that we carry the controlling mentality. The next one is expectations. Now expectations is fine, but then we'll have to draw a line between expectation and reality. We cannot have unrealistic expectation. As a human being, we can always have expectations, but there is something called as unrealistic expectation. We have to draw a line and understand the difference between what is reality and what is expectation. No, sometimes everyone in the house, nowadays grandfathers, they are from a different era, and today's children we see, they are all very modern. They are all, they want to be in front of the screen or system. Sometimes the grandfathers go and brings the child. You sit down, I will tell you Ramayanam and Mahabharatam story. He keeps telling full philosophy. That child will not understand. He will start scolding the grandfather, hey, what you are, and grandfather will feel, what is this? Nowadays children are very bad. Our days it was completely different. I mean, it is actually not required. I mean, it is the best way for people who are, especially after one of the class I heard that, in fact, one devotee quotes that Radhanath Maharaj says, once we come out of retirement, the only activity for us is to chant Hare Krishna mantra as much as possible. Sit and chant wherever you go, just sit and chant. Whether you stay with your children, grandchildren, or stay separately, just whatever conversation they are involved in, you just close your eyes and chant, that's all. So we don't have to set up some unrealistic expectation of, okay, grandchildren should listen to me, or my children, my son or daughter should be listened to me. Things has to happen this way, otherwise it can't happen. So these things are completely out of control. We cannot do. I mean, nowadays even the younger generation, I am seeing some devotees come to me, especially the younger ones who are looking for a marriage, wedding match. They come up with a lot of unrealistic expectations. They come up, I want like this, I want like that, I want like that. Today actually, to be the fact, even Brahma himself does not have a profile for them. It is so difficult even for Brahma. Even if they go directly to Brahma, they find so difficult to find a profile. So the whole understanding is, no, we have to always be under the guidance of devotees, and then we have to understand what is expectation and then what is reality. There cannot be 100 to 100% match. If our expectation is 100% and in reality if it is matching for maybe 60 or 70 percentage, anything for that matter, then we should be really satisfied and go ahead. Right? This is expectations. And then opinion, we also must try to respect everyone's opinion, and then we also should value their opinion, just like how we express our opinion to others. We cannot just go like a single way traffic that it is all my opinion, whatever I say. So these are all especially for leaders, it is whether they are in a corporate world or among devotees, bhakti rickshaw leaders, even a small decisions or anything, right? It is always good that we sit in a group, we discuss, take everyone's opinion. So once you start take everyone's opinion, they also feel valued. They will feel that they have been contributing for something. And we don't know, in future he or she might become a very good candidate for a good leader. So all these qualities, another reason what happens is, if we just go this way, we are not taking opinions, or we are not being a proper leader, maybe we are successful in creating leaders, but what will happen is, even the leader who has created would be like same. They also will be acting in the same way. They also might, because they have obviously learned from us, and the generation passes like that. So that we'll have to set very good example. And very good example for this is Rama, especially when Vibhishna came from Lanka and wanted to join the army of Ram. Ram did not, he's a supreme lord, he could have taken decision, okay, I know by heart Vibhishna is very genuinely come, so let me take him into the army. No, Rama did not, he did not do that. What did Rama do? He asked for opinions, and not just opinion of the people there. He just did not ask opinion of Hanuman and Sugriva, no. He went and asked opinions of each and every Vanara Sena, each and every monkeys, which means they are all part of his team. But he is valuing each and every member of his team. So we can be heading a team, some people would be in a very big position, some people could be doing very, very small, minute services. But from this example, we can understand that we have to value even the smallest member in the group who could be doing nothing, just little, and we can expect what can a squirrel do. It was just taking a pebble of the stone and helping Rama. But then Rama went and asked each and every squirrel whether I have to include Vibhishna in my army. So this is what a great leader, what is leadership quality that the Supreme Lord showed through his example. So this is opinion. We saw controllership, expectation, opinion. Next is false ego. False ego. Now, false ego is a root cause of anger. In fact, we started off by speaking about false ego. It is one of the root causes of anger. No, it could also be connected to controllership, expectations, anything. Once we control and things are not going as expected, then we get anger out of that ego and all these things. Again, an example from the Shastras is Hanuman. Now, Hanuman was such a great personality that he never knew what his strength was. So once he was sent to go to Lanka and see where was Sita Mai actually located, and to just come up with some information. And when Hanuman was going in this ocean, there was that snake, right? What is the name? Surasa. Surasa, there is this demon snake, and that snake suddenly came out of the ocean and said that, where are you going? You can't go. So Hanuman said, no, I have to just go see Sita and then come back. Surasa said, no, no one other than Ravana and his army, nobody can cross this ocean. If you have to cross the ocean, you have to go into my mouth and come out successfully, which means you have to come out alive. Only then you can go. Then Hanuman said, do you really know who am I? Okay, let me see how you can swallow you. Hanuman becomes bigger in size. Then Surasa says, okay, you think I can't become bigger in size? It opens his mouth and even the mouth of Surasa snake becomes big. Then Hanuman grows much bigger. Surasa also grows much bigger. So like this it keeps on going. The never ending story. So what Hanuman did is, so Hanuman became a little intelligent. What he did was, now the snake's mouth was very big, Hanuman also very big. All of a sudden he just became as small as a fly. He went inside the mouth and they came out of the ear. And he said that now I have passed, I have gone inside you and I have come out. Surasa said, oh, you are a very intelligent monkey. I cannot stop you, now you can go. So which means the understanding is, Hanuman did not think, okay, let me show my more strength. He became a very insignificant size of a fly. So which means he dropped his ego there and saw what was required in that situation. And he played it right, correctly, and so he was successful. So that is why false ego also plays a very important role. Now, two people were crossing, no, there was a single pathway. You can see that in this agricultural field and all, it is very single pathway. Only one person can go. So two people were coming from opposite directions. So one person was saying, can you leave way? Because I want to go. I am getting late. So the other person said, no, I can't leave. I will not leave fools, I will not leave way for the fools. That is not in my blood. So this is what one person says. So the other person understood. Then he said, okay, I will anyways, I have the quality of leaving ways for the fool. So he came side and he left and that fellow goes. So he thought he was successful in crossing the road first. But then later he understood what this person actually meant. So this way it is all about small adjustments, just putting our ego aside so that we can be really successful in managing this anger. And finally we have blame. I'm not covering a variety of points because it's a very big topic. I've taken some few points, a mix of scientific and from Shastras, and trying to give some practical examples where we tend to get angry. And we are still seeing what is the reasons for getting angry. So we saw that controlling, what are the reasons we saw? First one, controlling mentality. Second, expectations. Third, opinions. Fourth, false ego. And the next reason is blame. Blaming mentality. Sometimes, we do a mistake, and whenever we do mistakes, something goes wrong, we want to blame into others. Or whenever things happens, we want to take the credit for it. Especially again, this is a very good message for the leaders. Know how we have to play the blame game. Especially as leaders, we have to always give the authority to our members. When I say members, the people under us, we have to always give them the authority and hold back the responsibility. I'll try to explain this point. But generally, why issues happens is, it happens the reverse way. Trust me, 90% is what leaders do is, they give the responsibility to their members. You do that, you do that, and they keep the authority. Which means whenever their members goes wrong, they say that it is all because of you. No, it could have been done much better way. And they will keep the authority. Whether you go wrong, whether he or she goes wrong, you scold him. And whether when something goes correct, then you take the credit. You see? That is why I chose the right person. I know that you will do it. So, and because I have done it, that is where you are able to do. This is giving the responsibility and holding back the authority. This is correct or wrong? Wrong. We have to give the authority, which means give a free hands. Go and express yourself. I am there for you. Even if you do wrong, don't worry. I am there for you. And when he becomes success, you give him the credit. It is because of you. But when he goes something wrong, don't worry. This is your first time. This is your learning phase. I am there for you. You pitch in front. You pitch in front. I'll give you a very material example. This was something I read in the news. Actually, I know a lot of devotees here don't follow cricket, but then India lost the World Cup last year. And it was actually, they won 10 matches continuously.